Hey, Sharp Go Photo Challengers, welcome back to challenge number 15, the Play With Your Food Sharp Goat Photo Challenge. Meanwhile, speaking of food, not quite food, but it's definitely a food group of mine, I'm going to pour myself something to drink here because I'm finally getting back to these videos and I'm planning to do a lot of them tonight. So, down the hatch we go. So, thank you for bearing with me. I noticed that people were submitting to each challenge as the weeks went on. Thank you very much. I try to keep up as best as I can. I love seeing that you guys are so active with the photography and submitting to the challenges. Thank you so very much. I really am looking forward to getting to all these photos. I have been sneaking peeks as they came in, and I gotta tell you, I'm impressed. I can't wait to get to some of these good looking shots, so let's jump right into it. This was the Play With Your Food Challenge. So for this, it was strictly for food photography. A lot of people may think that that's easy, but then when you try a couple shots and you try to make it look beautiful like it does in some of the magazines and whatnot, you find out really how tough it is and why there are jobs specifically out there as like food beauticians, basically makeup artists for food, to make food look really appealing. And there are a lot of really cool tricks and tips out there for if you want to get into food photography a little bit more to make it look really appealing, really savory. And in some ways, the things that you do to the food make it inedible to actually eat. So it's kind of strange that way. You make it look really appetizing, but really it's not very good to eat. Say for instance, like all of the shots of cereal on cereal boxes, a lot of people know that the milk is actually glue because they have to use that to get the shot. But there it is. Little secrets like that. Really cool tips. Anyways, let's not waste any more time to get into this. By the way, if you have someone who you think would like to get in on the challenge, the Sharp Goat Photo Challenge, and get weekly assignments to get out there, get shooting, keep active, and try new things, push your own boundaries as a photographer, and get out of your comfort zone and try to take shots of something that you normally wouldn't think to take photos of. That's the one part of the Sharp Goat Photo Challenge that helps you as a photographer grow. It gets you shooting things that you wouldn't normally think that you would have. You'd be very skilled at shooting, and so it gets you using photography muscles that you're not used to using, and you never know, you may take a liking to some topic in particular and discover, wow, I actually really dig food photography, or I really dig street photography, and you're really good at it. Or you may just have a general, an interest in it, and that interest can blossom into something beautiful. The second part of the challenge is, of course, to remain active, to get out there and shoot and share. Sharing photos and putting them up on a forum like this challenge is a great way to get feedback and criticism on your photos. And once you receive that criticism, you could take it or accept it, reject it, doesn't matter, but try to hear some of the criticism that people give. I'll always try to be positive. I'm never here to tear down your photos at all. I'm never here to knock anybody for attempting a shot. And I hope that my feedback always comes off as constructive, because I would love to help. I have loved seeing each and every one of you grow as photographers since this challenge got started, and all of you have made such great jumps and leaps and bounds in your skills as a photographer that it's just been amazing. And I've heard some positive remarks about the challenge, how it's been good for them, and so I really hope it's good for you. Yeah, getting your photos out onto the Facebook page for other people to like, comment, thumbs down, thumbs up, leave little tips and tricks about, like, your shot was really good here, but here's a suggestion on how to make it better. That is the best way to get better as a photographer. You need that criticism, and don't take it so personally. If someone gives you, unless someone's out to be a jackass, then by all means ignore them. But you shouldn't. People get very personal sometimes about their photos, and admittedly, they can be, it's an expression of art. It's a work of art, so it's tough to be criticized for your work of art. So it's tough to be, you can't be too sensitive about it, but you have to take the criticism as, for what it's worth, and see it, how it can help you in the future. And a lot of criticism can actually help you. So I hope that's what you get out of the challenge. I thank you guys so very much. Let's jump right into playing with your food. Right now we've got Cynthia. Thank you very much, Cynthia. You've got a remark here. Cynthia Siva. Just joining in on the challenge for the first time. Welcome to the challenge, Cynthia. These shots were taken last summer when I first got my Canon 50mm 1.8. Nice lens. These are some of the first shots I took with the lens, and I thought I would use them for this week's challenge. I'm also new to Flickr, so hopefully this link sends you to the right place. All right, let's take a look. Yummy. And product shots done with a 50mm lens. Really nice. Two schools of thought. One, some product photographers love to have the shallow depth of field, as we'll see with the 50mm here that Cynthia is using. And a lot of product photographers, food photographers prefer to use a deeper depth of field to get the whole plate in focus. It's just, different preferences, different strokes for different folks. Don't have any data here on what, oops, where are we going here? Don't have any EXIF data on what lens here. Okay, yeah, here we go. So you're using the Rebel T2i, way to go, 2.8, 1/200, 50mm, ISO 3200. Very cool. Are you shooting full manual? Can't see if you are not here. Let's assume that you are. So here we go. Very nice detail, nicely exposed. And here, look, she's exposed for the oysters here. Oysters? No, the oysters. Oh, God, I don't even know anymore. Frig, what are they? Hopefully you left a little description. No, you didn't. Obviously, I don't eat them very, very often. Hopefully they're oysters. So anyways, she's exposed for the food here, not for the plate. The plate is white, and so it's going to, if you expose for that, it could throw it way off. So this is why having full manual control over your camera is key, so that you can get the perfect exposure exposed for the subject, for the food. Delicious. Nice, sharp, the eye goes straight to the center here. Some delicious looking texture here. Fantastic. Yep, I dig that. Moving on here. Lemon in water. Okay, I like the texture of the glass. Bowl out in the foreground here. I'm guessing you shot this at a restaurant. Good on you, not being ashamed to get your camera out and take some shots at the restaurant here. It is okay, I like the glass of water here, the texture of the glass. Maybe it'd be better as a black and white. I don't know. Not too much going on here. It's kind of a mystery what's going on in this bowl here. Maybe if we could see the lemon wedge a little bit more, if it was turned or something like that. I don't know. I can see it's a Thai restaurant, so I'm looking for some Thai food. But moving on here. I hope you weren't just sneaking shots at some neighboring table as they were trying to eat. That'd be creepy. So here, nice action shot. He's blowing on the soup, catching little droplets of the water. Very cool, except the only thing is that it is kind of the angle of him is kind of strange, because we're focused on him, so we can't see so much into the bowl here. So it is kind of like creeping over his shoulder. I would have come around a little bit more, but maybe he's a stranger and he couldn't do that. I don't know. Or at least try to get higher so that we could see more in the bowl, so that we don't have to be as focused on him. Moving on here. And a delicious looking wrap. Is that avocado? Oh God, I can eat avocado all day. That's delicious stuff. Okay, very cool. This pink, advancing too quickly here. Here we go. It's an interesting angle. For longer objects, I would try to get up a little bit higher so you could get the full length of the wrap. That's just my opinion though. Moving on here. Nice and close up. See, this is where it gets really tough to try and take really, try to replicate those shots that you see all the time. The product shots of perfectly composed plates. It's tough. But here, yep, nice big fat close-up of delicious Thai food dish. Oh, I love Thai food. this broken piece of onion here. I know it's part of the dish. It is a little distracting here. My eye is finding difficulty trying to find what to focus on here. No, I'm not done yet. Go back. It's trying to find. It's not sure what to focus on here, and there's a lot of earthy color here. So my eye gravitates to that onion, but it's at least I think it's an onion. I don't know. Not quite sure what else to do to improve it. It's kind of, again, it's tough because it's a noodle dish. It's a whole mess of stuff. So how do you make something beautiful out of a chaotic dish? It's a very tough challenge. I'm actually not sure what else could be done for that. Salmon. Oh God, it's salmon sushi. This is just gonna. That's my favorite kind of sushi. Oh, crispy salmon sushi. That's my favorite kind, with a teensy bit of wasabi on top of it. Okay. Cool, delicious. Got some dead space up here. I would try to angle it more upward, shooting down. Again, that's just what I would do though. To try to kill some of that dead space on top, and also try to get more of the salmon, front facing the camera there. So just raising that angle up a little bit more. But I like that you're shooting from the side here. We're getting, we're getting the sesame seeds. It's a different angle. It is a little bit different here. This would also be very cool. If I wouldn't, what would I do with this one here? I don't know. I was going to say something very, very strange for me, which I don't normally say. It's black and white, all except the red. So just have the red stand out, everything else black and white. That's an effect I really don't apply, and so I usually don't even go for that. So I don't even know why I was going to say that. I don't know. That was a weird suggestion for me to say. But this one here, yeah, I would have tried to kill that dead space on top just a little bit. Would have raised the angle, but that's all I would have had to suggest for that. Some good looking delicious shots, and thank you for jumping in on the challenge, Cynthia. Thank you for joining in. Let's go back. I really dig the oyster shot here. I really dig that. It's just I love how you expose right for the dark shells against the plate. Yeah, I like it. It's my favorite. Good job. Moving on, Lisa. Good God, Lisa, you impressed me this week. I told you I was sneaking a few views as they came in. These are some that I sneaked. Okay, this is just damn delicious. You outdid yourself this week, Lisa. This is solid food photography here. Look at first of all, the choice of the bowl, fantastic. Placing these strawberries in there, it's very deliberate, very well composed shot, properly exposed. I really do dig it very much. Yeah, really solid shot against the white here. Clearly shows that you did some work, some prep. Strawberry and soda, again, delicious. Look at that. You just want to bite the screen. It's so delicious, that strawberry just dipped in the soda. And dipping in the soda I would never have thought of. Like, is that something you do with your soda anyways? But it just creates all those bubbles on it. It just makes it look so tantalizing, like it's going to quench your thirst if you bite into that strawberry. Solid job. And peppers, fun with fruit and vegetables, commercial studio 1. Okay, so these are shots that you took during your commercial class, I'm guessing. But again, look at this. This is a shot that you'd see at your supermarket, food market, or a farmer's market, or something like that. These colors lined up, yellow, orange, red, very nicely set up. Beauty. And them's be it. Honestly, Lisa, these are good, solid. I love them. Particularly love that strawberry. I dig that one. Very good. Thank you very much, Lisa. Moving on to Melissa Hughes. Melissa, thank you very much. Let's see what you submitted this week. So this, did you have, I can't remember. Oh, and Lisa, I don't know if you had a remark as well. I can't, yeah, you got yours in early. Let's check out Melissa's. Oh, and Melissa, your friend is Cynthia. She joined in. Cheers. Whew. So this one here, let's see. Okay. So I dig that you've got this separated against all these other three. These, what do you call them? They're not ramekins, but these dishes here, you got them separated against all these others with the shallow depth of field, but you got a few of these blueberries popping in here. I dig that very much, actually. I prefer this to the other choice, which would have been to expand your depth of field to get all of them in. This is a fine choice. You get the nice texture of these flakes. These two are just unidentified, though, is the problem. Go back. Oh, wait, I can identify them now. In the next shot, I can identify them. I just don't know what these two are. This looks more like a flower. These two, I'm just not sure what they are. That's the only thing that gets lost. But we see in the next shot, there we go. We can identify them. And you got the 2x2 arrangement with the blueberries scattered throughout. Very cool. Very cool. And we can identify each of the four substances. They're all aligned with each other. It's a very nicely composed shot. I dig it. I'm guessing this is applesauce. Let's see. Applesauce, sugar, flakes. Go back! I'm sorry I'm using the Wacom tablet. I ditched the mouse and now I'm using a Wacom tablet. So if it comes anywhere close to the pad, it clicks. And so I'm accidentally clicking forward. Still getting used to it. So let's see. I'm not sure. Yeah, flour, almond flour maybe? I've been using almond flour a lot. Applesauce, sugar, some sort of flake. I don't know. Looks nice though. Looks like something that you're getting ready to cook. And here, very blown out shot with the blueberries. Okay, cool. It's just, again, the mystery of what's in these. I'm kind of lost on it. If you're going for like the reflection and the blown outness here, I would have gotten a little bit tighter and not left me wondering what's in these two, or at least filled them so I can see what's in them. I don't know. There's a lot of dead space on top and bottom. That's the only thing really. This one, it's somewhere in between. It's kind of awkward because what's the subject here? Is it in here? Is it the blueberries? I'm not quite sure. It looks nice. It looks nice blown out. So like you lose all the texture of the lines, the threading of the tabletop here, but again, my eyes having a little bit of trouble, trying to figure out where to go. We can't see into this one here, where the food is, what the food is. My eye just goes for the blueberry here. Yeah, I don't know. I like your use of dead space here, which is one suggestion that I did make in the food photography post, to not perfectly center your dish, is just offset it a little bit and play a little bit with, you don't have to perfectly center everything here. We draw attention to these blueberry muffins here. That's what you were making, blueberry muffins. With this dead space here, this is perfectly fine, especially for a product shot. This is where your print goes. So that's something that you want to think about. If this is for a product shot that someone's going to be using, that's where all the information goes. Come to the farmer's market, open 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., blah, blah, blah. So there's that to consider. Plus our eye goes right for the blueberry muffins here. Delicious as they are. This one right here is where my eye goes. Look at that smudge on the plate though. Gotta watch that. The little details. I see the smudge on the plate. That's kind of stuff has got to go. I have done some product shots from time to time with like full glasses of maple syrup, and I just got to wipe those whole things down completely, because if you notice like one smudge after the fact, which I have in Lightroom, you got to cover that up, and it's a pain, truly a pain. You don't want to have to do that. Close up on the muffins. Cool, very delish, very, very sharp. Sharp depth of field. In fact, we almost lose it because the camera's focusing on the very front here. We're going to expand it just a bit more so you can get just you can still have these two back rows out of focus, but try to just get this one, like this one dead center, or at least this row dead center in focus. So maybe this was at 1.8. Is that what it was? 2.8. Okay, so even that. Yeah, I would have closed it up. Chosen maybe more of a 4 just to get more of this muffin into focus here. And that is all from Melissa. Thank you very much, Melissa, for submitting this week. Really do appreciate it. Which one would I have chosen? I like this muffin arrangement here. Beautiful, very nice. I really want a muffin now. Moving right along. Kim Lawrence was a little bit late, but hey, the video is a little bit late, so who cares? Yeah, I'm sorry that's a little bit late. So it's food I made for lunch today. Yum. Let's take a look. This is a little bit different. Most shots are against white. This one's or against a wood table. This one's shot against a green. I like it. I like green. Favorite color. So, orange, ginger, veggie, and tofu noodle bowl. Dig it. Alrighty. And this one, you're on your Sony Nexafin. And this one may not. I like the green. However, because you chose green for the food, that shouldn't become the color of your backdrop. Because it doesn't stand out as much. It shouldn't be white because the bowl is white. So you kind of need to choose a color that is going to allow the food to stand out. So choose a color that isn't used in the food or in the bowl, because then they'll all blend. You know, if you chose a white tabletop, then the bowl would just blend right into that. And so you chosen green, but there's green in the dish. So then it has trouble popping a little bit. Moving over to the next one. Top down. This one is berry bowl topped with coconut yogurt. Coconut yogurt. Tough to make that one looks good. It looks more like a custard. So, again, it's tough. It is tough to make things look appetizing, even though I know very well that would probably be really delicious. I could go for some of that right now. So, yeah, this one, yeah, I'm not quite sure. It does look kind of just splattered on there, the custard, the coconut yogurt, rather. So it does kind of make it look a little bit messy. You know, a little bit more presentation to it. I'm not quite sure what could be done with coconut yogurt, though. Just maybe more delicately placed over top of it. But maybe you're just making this to eat, not necessarily to take a shot. But them's be my 2 cents on that. Moving on, orange sections, Brussels sprouts, and mini peppers. Cool. Look at the color on this, and again, orange against kind of a light, it's like a light brown, so it has, the orange has trouble popping. We see the red and green back here popping out. That's very cool. What else? This was 6.3, so even at 6.3, really close up, you can still get a really, really shallow depth of field on small objects. And this wasn't with a macro lens, was it? No, this was your your 30 mil macro. Beautiful. So, whoops, nope, don't go anywhere just yet. So this one, yeah, I'm not quite sure what else could have been done to improve. Yeah, maybe just a different choice of color for the surface would have made the orange pop out a little bit more. Or you could have lined up the colors. Like, you don't need to hide the red and green in the background. Bring them to the foreground and line them up a little bit more. Stack them up a little bit closer together, so you're not completely losing the peppers in the background, and you get more of a stacking of colors. And you can arrange them that way. But very good choices. Thank you very much for submitting this week, Lisa. Or sorry, not Lisa, Kim. Blah. This is why I got to keep the names straight when I look on the left screen and look back to the right screen. I got to keep the names in order. So this one here, again, I like the green chosen. It doesn't make the food pop out very much, but this one I think is my favorite of yours. Thank you very much for submitting once again. And moving on to mine. Let's check out what we got here. So the reason I chose Play With Your Food is because I did some shooting for the lovely Kathryn O'Brien, who runs something called Collective Kitchen. It's a great, fantastic little program that she runs. Once or twice, a couple times a month, where every Sunday we get together as a group of people, up to 12 people usually come out, and we cook batch amounts of really delicious food, her own recipes that she comes up with. She prepares or brings all the food and the recipes, and we all cook in huge batches, and then we all divvy it up, and we all have dinner, really nutritious dinners for the rest of the week. So I'll show you first. I took a bunch of photos, and this is the quick, later that day, we finished in the afternoon, and later that day I was able to throw these together very quick as a quick preview and send it out to her to see, and also to post it to gather some attention for the Collective Kitchen. So this was, I love getting shots out as quickly as possible, really, really quickly. Hopefully, same day, next day edits. It's something for people to look at. It's just a little, a little something I can send along to sate them in the meantime while they're waiting for the rest of them. So these were some delicious shots that I sent her before. And let's see, I just really loved this shot of asparagus. This was, I think, the only one that I really chose from this batch for this week's challenge, because look at that. I love asparagus. It's so delicious. And just look at that. Just like, the green, the texture of it. You know what? I left too much green in the wood surface here on the tabletop. There's too much green going on here. It doesn't pop out enough. That's the problem here. It's against lettuce. It's against this other green stuff here. There's some yellow in the background. That stuff doesn't help it. I realize that. There is green in the wood, not a whole lot, but it doesn't help. So that I could have helped a little bit. I do like the texture and sharpness of each of the buds here popping out. That is what I enjoyed seeing. So, and this was just a funny face. I saw an arrangement of these kind of taking place, the parsley here, and the lemons, and the tomato, and the jalapenos, and I thought, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna make this veggie face here. So arranged them quick, took a shot, moved on. Didn't spend too much time on it, but I thought, hey, he looks kind of clownish, looks kind of fun. And then here, this was a shot at one of my favorite places to eat downtown, where I wasn't ashamed to get the camera out. A lot of people will feel embarrassed to get the camera out and take a picture of their food. Not I. This is one of my favorite dishes. I love breakfast. I love breakfast at this place, the Joint Cafe downtown. Mwah. Love the breakfast skillet. This is just delicious. It's just fresh food, nice. Like, look at it. I wish I could have shown the sausages a little bit more. Sounds really dirty, but the sausages are great. I love the sausages here. And the eggs on top, I love it. I could really go for one right now. So I took a few shots, took my time with it, even though I got some onlookers who were not too impressed that I was breaking out the DSLR while I was eating by myself. So that kind of umped the creep factor a little bit. But yeah, I just wanted to grab a quick shot of this skillet because it's one of my favorite dishes, and I love the texture that's going on here. I don't like that I got this potato out of focus here. Really, I should have taken a little bit more time. Stop down, widen that depth of field a little bit more, get more of it, because you can't tell what's going on back here. It's still blown out. I could have stopped down easily, a couple stops, got more of this in focus here, and then it wouldn't have been a big deal. But there we go. And plus, I love this little, banana hat thing looking sprig of onion on top here. So them's be my photos. Thank you guys very much for being so patient and for being so talented with the shots. Thank you for spreading the word. Thank you for Cynthia for getting in on the challenge. And once again, if you want to get more people in on it, send them on over to sharpgoat.com/blog, where each post will update the challenge on what the next challenge is, the next photo challenge. A new one will come out hopefully each week. And also the critique videos will go up here as well. So here is your hub for the Sharp Goat Photo Challenge. All the information found right here. And if anybody has any questions, they can contact me via the form here, and they can submit their photos, your weekly photo submissions to the challenge by sending me a link to your Flickr page over on the SG Photo menu item illustrated schna. So there we go, jumping back into it, the Sharp Goat Photo Challenge, playing with your food. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.